Okay, let's get going. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to QCrypt 2021. My name is Serge Fehr from the CWI Crypto Group, and I'm one of the two organizers of this conference. Next to me, also on stage, is the other organizer.
Yes, my name is Christian Schaffner, and I'm very happy to welcome you again this year for an online version of QCrypt. Last year, QCrypt was maybe one of the first online conferences you have attended, and we really hope that's maybe one of the last long series of online conferences you've been attending. But we are very happy to host it again this year. And we have prepared the whole program for you. You will be entertained this week by a series of 29 contributor talks. Full versions of it have already been uploaded to the YouTube channel, and you can already look at. And then there's going to be two poster sessions like last year, one on Tuesday and one on Thursday. There's going to be an industry session as usual, and there's going to be plenty of invited talks. The first one starting right after this, and 4 long tutorial talks, as well as a sponsor exhibition. The program itself, the contributor talks, they've been selected by a program committee. The program committee was chaired by 2 people, Carl Miller and Tobias Gehring, and supported by a lot of people that you see listed here on this slide. And we would like to thank all of them big time for putting together such a great program. Thanks a lot.
Well, given that you're listening to these opening remarks, you apparently successfully managed to access the online conference. So right now we're all at the main stage in the presentation area. That's where all the presentations take place, including the industry session on Wednesday morning and the business meeting on Thursday afternoon. To the right of the main stage tab is the Meet the Speaker tab. So there you can go during the breaks after each session to corner the speaker or the speakers from the previous session in case you have additional questions or want to engage into follow-up discussions. 2 other important areas are the poster session where, well, as the name suggests, the poster sessions will take place. Additionally, there is a sponsor exhibition there, so you may want to check that out as well. And the main lobby, here we offer, well, chat rooms, breakout rooms, where you can go during the breaks to meet up and chat with the other participants of the conference. In case you haven't done so yet, please sign up to the Slack space. That's sort of one of the ways you can ask questions during or at the end of the presentations. All instructions on how to do that, or the corresponding link you find in the email that we've sent to you recently. And you can also follow the conference live or offline using the YouTube channel. And for the Twitter birds among you, note our hashtag. If you encounter any problems, which we hope you don't, but in case there is or questions, you can reach out to us in different ways using Slack, email, or by going to the support desk in the main lobby in the conference platform.
By attending QCrypt and registering for it, you have read and you agreed to the code of conduct, which can be found online. And in particular, that means that you have to represent yourselves by the correct full name, both on Zoom and on Slack, and on the Meet Anyway platform. And you agree to contribute to a respectful and non-discriminating environment. In case you witness or experience any inappropriate behavior, you can contact us, the organizers, or you can also contact one of the Code of Conduct liaison persons that are listed on the website. So a few quick stats before we start. In the number of registrations is very comparable to last year. We have received roughly 850 registrations as of now. Last year was slightly more. But the numbers who of people who signed up for Slack and for the event, for the Meet Anyway platform is way lower. That's a few hundreds. And right now, I think we have about 100 participants in this webinar. Interesting stuff that we data that we gathered at the registration is whether you consider yourself a theorist, an experimentalist, or both. So here are the numbers for this year. And you see the numbers for last year. They were actually very similar. I would say there's only a very slight change here. And remember QCrypt as a goal to bring together these communities. And indeed, I think this is working out very nicely. It will allow you to kind of dive into the other field as well a little bit and see what's going on there. In terms of time zones, this is also very similar as last year. The biggest chunk is from Europe and Africa, so like our time zone. And then we have a bunch of people from India and the Americas, as well as Asia. That's the biggest chunk. And then the US West Coast and the islands, that's less conveniently located in terms of time zones, obviously. Last question we had was about your current position. Very nice to see that actually together postdocs and students form the majority of the total number of people registered. And then there's a nice chunk of faculty people and industry and a few others.
Yeah, so we would like to thank our generous sponsors. So we're extremely grateful to our gold sponsors, or CQT, ID Quantique, the Jinan Institute of Quantum Technology, Quantum Software Consortium and Quantum Amsterdam, Quantum CTech, Quix, and Quantum Delft. I'd also like to thank our silver sponsors, of course, so APS Physics, Baidu, CAS QuantumNet, Diamant, PCQC, Quintessence Labs, RMY Electronics, and VeryCloud, and our bronze sponsors, IOP Publishing and PicoQuant. So you can find more information on the sponsors in the sponsor exhibition, which is co-located with the poster session. So there, the sponsors have additional information on display, and some of them have some representative on site, so you can talk to them during the two poster sessions.
So finally, a quick word and also a little preview about the program. So we are in a bit of a special situation because obviously both last year's and this year's edition of QCrypt have been organized online, fully online. There's no people on site, except that we're actually going to run the conference now from the room where Serge is sitting in this week. But that means that we actually received some generous contribution from last year, well, from the QCrypt organization like 2 years ago in Montreal. And basically all of this surplus from back then, we did not have the opportunity or the need to spend it because the online organization just comes with a time investment rather than money investments. So we expect to have a rather large surplus again, but from both editions from last year and this year. We just have one budget together. And we will transfer that to the next organizer of QCrypt. And if you wonder where that is and who that is, then I recommend you to attend the business meeting that is also held together with the prize ceremony for the best student paper award on Thursday at 2:30. So you're all very welcome to tune in then and to hear where next year's QCrypt will be held. That leaves us with the last slide. And here you see a list of all the people, or most of the people who have contributed to the organization of QCrypt. And in the name of all of them and everybody involved, and we wish you a lot of fun and an interesting and fun QCrypt 2021. Thank you very much. So with that, we will give the word to the session chair of the first session, which is Frédéric Dupuis, the former PC chair from last year. So, and he will introduce our first invited talk of the day.
Okay, thank you